4:00. Good afternoon. It is now 4:00, and I would like to call this special meeting of the Library Board of Trustees to order. If everyone could stand, if you can, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, this is our first opportunity for public comment. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to make a comment today?
There was one public comment that was included. Sorry, Mel, I don't want to cut you off. There was one public comment that was included, I think, in the agenda packet, and it's been placed in the back of the room as well.
Thank you, Jeff. Yes. Yes, sir.
There we go. You got to be smarter than the mechanism. For the record, my name is Mel Glover. I am the director of the Churchill County Museum, and I am the interim director at the library. And I just want to say that Tuesday morning, when the library opened back up again to the public, there was a line outside the door. Inside, people have heard me describe this as a rising tide of people coming into the library, cheerful, happy, excited to be there. I can report that the library staff is in excellent morale right now. I can report that the public, the library patrons are so happy, so relieved that we're back open again. Jay gave me a little bit of information here. One of the ones that people were really worried about was the public reading program, the summer reading program. 275 people have signed up for that. 60 have already brought their reading logs back in, so they're being active. And I think I've got 4 of these folks back here behind me. We had a hawk demonstration. Game and Fish brought a live barn, not a hawk, excuse me, an owl. Game and Fish brought a live barn owl in. The barn owl was not happy, but there were 121 children and adults in there. That library was just packed. So I just want to report that there's a lot of goodwill we've got going on right now, both from the staff and our patrons. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mel. Any other comments today at this time? No? Okay. Then we'll move along with roll call of members.
Tara Price Gritzbacher.
Ashley McGarity.
Jessica Rowe.
Joe Pederuti. And do we have verification of the posting of the agenda?
Pam Moore, for the record, the agenda was posted on June 6th between the hours of 1 and 5 at the locations listed on the agenda in accordance with statutes.
Thank you. Next item is new business 7A, consideration and possible action regarding a job offer to Carol Lloyd for the position of library director.
And Joe, I may have missed it. Did we go over 6, the approval of
Oh,
the agenda
I'm
as
sorry.
submitted?
I'm sorry,
Okay,
you're right. I
thank
did
you.
miss it. Thank you. I'm glad somebody's looking out for me. Okay, so number 6, consideration and possible action regarding approval of the agenda as submitted or revised. What do you ladies think?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, now we'll move on to number 7, new business. Consideration and possible action regarding the job offer to Carol Lloyd for the position of library director for the Churchill County Library at an advanced step placement of step 13 with a starting date of June 17th, 2024.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Members of the board, Chris Ross, Churchill County Human Resources, for the record. So as this board is aware, we have been actively trying to find a replacement in the event that we have a vacancy at the board, which, at the library in the director's position, which of course we did. We reached out to Carol Lloyd, and she had shown interest, and she supported that interest by submitting something to me in writing, just so that there was something to present to the board, that Chris wasn't just making this up. And so in discussions with Carol to return, it was discussed that she would return at the same step rate that she was at when she left, hence the step 13. Her starting date will be on the 17th, which is Monday. I have been in communication with her, and we have already set up the interviews for the librarian position for the 21st. I wanted to make sure she at least got her feet on the ground before we threw her right into the interviews. Mr. Glover is going to be a member of that interview panel as well, and so we have a couple of people lined up for that. The library assistant position is closing on the 17th, and so Ms. Lloyd will be involved in that kind of from start to finish as well. So with that, if there are any questions, I will be more than happy to answer. Oh, one last thing, sorry. One of the important things. At the last Board of County Commissioners meeting, the board did approve the library director position as a critical labor shortage, which allowed us to bring a retiree back into this position for a period of no more than 2 years. And that was approved by them at last week's meeting. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Chris. Ladies, any questions for Chris?
I'm just curious how many interviews are scheduled.
There was 3 that were qualified, and so far 2 have scheduled. And we have over 61 applicants for the library assistant position.
Nice. That's excellent. And Carol Lloyd's position with us, we see that as a short-term, like 6 months or so. Is that the thinking?
Yeah, so Carol,
I know it can go up to 2 years.
she's retired, and,
Right.
and she's doing this to kind of get everything kind of back in order, and then to help the board through the process of finding a full-time permanent director.
Thank you. And do you have an idea as to when the library director's position will be posted?
We haven't discussed it yet,
Okay.
but I don't think Carol wants to be here any longer than need be, so I think it's something that will happen relatively quickly once Carol gets on board, does an assessment kind of where we're at within the library, and then I think that's something that could go out relatively fast.
Thank you. Any other questions for Chris? No? Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, so at this point then, I'll entertain a motion to take action on this particular agenda item, our only one of the day.
I'll make a motion to extend the job offer to Carol Lloyd for the position of library director with the advanced step placement at 13 and a start date of June 17, 2024.
Thank you, Tara.
I will second.
Thank you, Ashley. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We're at the last point on our agenda for public comment, if we have any. Any? No? Okay, then. It is 4:10. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. Come on up, young man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd just like to say that before CEO was hired, Carol was a really good director, and I really think you should hire her. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's see, what time is it? 4:09. With that, I guess I will call us adjourned. Thank you.